So all I've done to start with is, well, it's not to start with. Let's be honest about that. I have made several attempts changing things. So first I changed the alternators because, well, the magnetos, because it said that magneto 2 was coming from engine 1 and the engine it's actually got in use is engine 0, so I tried changing them both to engine 0 because they both feed different buses. That didn't work. So I changed the names of the buses that they feed to from 3 and 4 to 1 and 2. That didn't work. What else did I try? Oh yeah, I mean, stupid little things like one thing called them alternators, one thing called them magnetos, but in the settings guide it said that magnetos were DC and alternators were AC, so I figured maybe that was a problem, so that didn't work either. So the only thing left to try now was basically try and get a workaround rather than a fix. So what I've done is I've upped the battery starting capacity from 13.6 to 27.2, so basically doubled it. And now we get to see, will it last for twice as long? So I'm just going to do an engine start at exactly 2 minutes, then we'll get a rough idea of, well, 2 minutes from up in that corner there. So then we'll get a rough idea of how long it lasts. It was lasting about 3 minutes, so if it lasts 6 or 7 minutes, then we've doubled it. So I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. I'll be back in 5 minutes to see if it stopped. So if we're right and doubling that capacity does work, the engine should be cutting out in a little while. So not the engine, the battery. Jeez. Yeah, that's gone. So that last test roughly lasted 5 and a bit minutes. So I've now upped the ampage to 54.4. So that should give us double that time. So it should be about 10 minutes. So I'll be looking for it to turn off around the 11-minute mark. I'm going to start this test at 1 minute. I did another test, but I can't read my own writing, so. Maybe this to be weird. I've no idea what that was. It was very late at night. I was very tired, so yeah. Interesting. It doesn't have any right-hand fuel tank. So this time we've got the ampage on the battery set to 1000 amps. So if this cuts off after 5 minutes again, it seems like the limitation is not the ampage. And there were other people talking about things like unbinding your keybinds and, well, on mouse button, on your joystick buttons, but I've unbound everything, so it's definitely not that. So I guess it's something else. I've just no idea what it is. We need to find a workaround, really. Because short of redoing them all with different cockpits, that's just a big nightmare. And I'm a bit reluctant to use things that people say on the forums because that may have worked in SU4 or 5 or 6, but we're on 8 now, so it might not work anymore. And one of the workarounds for getting a higher frame rate was enabling the gauges, sorry, the Glax cockpit to use nano something, VG nano something for the XML. But when I used that, first of all, it cut out all the systems for the A320 fly-by-wire. So the MCDU went dark and you couldn't use it. And it just, yeah, it disabled all the ELAC, so the controls weren't fly-by-wire anymore. They were all, yeah, it's just, and the frame rates weren't any better, so yeah. Okay, so we're coming up to the 5 minutes again. If it goes the way it was before, it'll turn off in about 30 seconds. Yes, so changing the ampage of the battery makes no difference, which it should, because if it is the battery that it's running on, then having 1,000 amps instead of 13 should make it last 100 times longer. So I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's draining the battery. So I'll continue and try and find out what it is. Yeah, the battery has gone flat. Yeah, so it is only 27, so it actually hasn't increased the capacity at all. So even at full throttle, there's not enough to put the power back into the battery. There's 70 amps load going out, so that's fine. But we've still got a 245 amp drain from the starter too. Okay. And the logo straight back up again. So it is definitely that starter there that's causing the problem, starter 2. So we just need to disable starter 2 somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this circuit 52 and I'm going to replace that circuit 2 with 52, which I'm going to rename to 2. So I tried it a little while ago, but it seemed to cut out all the rest if I just deleted it. So we'll try it. This one's true there, okay, it's registered them. Starter 2 is not true because it's I've deleted it. What? Oh god, I took out the wrong one. Okay. So slight error. I need to go back and change that again. So yeah, it should have been circuit 4. So that's probably why I messed that up, is because I took out the wrong one. So I've got to remove this one, circuit 4. I mean, it may be that it's easy just to renumber all these. But for now, just to budget, we'll just do that first. Okay, so circuit 4 now becomes the circuit light recognition. So hopefully that's fixed that. So hopefully this has fixed all those nasty red ones. Let's have a quick look. No, but yeah, starter 2's now disappeared. Okay, so battery's back to 13.6, 25.4. These were red, I don't know why. Let's start up and see what happens. Yes, that's fixed. Wow. So that was the problem. No, it's going down again. Oh my god, no, that wasn't the problem. We've got another problem. Let's try pumping the power up a bit. So at idle, it's not quite putting out enough to cover all the systems plus recharging the battery. So now start at 1. Yeah, but that's what? So now it's charging again. I've just put the revs up ever so slightly. So you can see there I'm in idle. Idle is 642. Well, that's a bad number to have. So somewhere around 680, 690, the output starts to get high enough. It's going down really slow now. So if we go to 700. So at 700 it's charging now. Well, let's back up to 700 if we can. Yeah, so it's still charging at 720 revs. So it does say the minimum required RPM is 700 though. That's interesting. Because we know 700 is about where it cuts off. Yeah, so there we have it. That's that fixed. I'll yeah, post a video. So not only is she beautiful, but now she doesn't turn off, I'm hoping. Well, it's been 12 minutes, so yeah. As long as you keep the revs around 700, 720, you'll have no problems whatsoever. Brilliant. I can't believe we fixed it. So that also probably means the same thing might be true for the other aircraft. Anyway, that seems to have fixed it. Yeah, it's back up to almost to full capacity again. Brilliant. That's sweet. So chuffed. Right, I'll get this up on YouTube.